So I'm going to take all this and just stuff it in the jar. So this is a quart-sized mason jar, which can hold about 2 pounds of vegetables. You know, a liter will take about 1 kilo. And that's just a rough way to help people scale their kraut. And you want to put it on a firm surface and just really get in there. Oh, here, I actually forgot. I have this wonderful useful tool. You don't have to get in there with your tool with your hands, although, you know, I often demonstrate to people how to do it with their hands in case you don't have a tool like this. But the Masontops folks make this very handy tool, and you can use that to really press down and pack your vegetables in. You're trying to eliminate the air spaces, force more juice out of the vegetables, and get the vegetables submerged under their own juices. You never want to fill the jar all the way to the top because, you know, once this gets active, it'll get bubbly, everything will rise up a little bit, so you always want to leave a little bit of a space for it to lift up, otherwise you'll just end up with juices oozing out of the jar. And it looks like we chopped the perfect amount of vegetables. I love when that works out. So we get this in here, and then we're going to pour the rest of the juice into there. Then we're going to press down. Oh yeah. Okay, so you see when I press down, it gets totally submerged. And then when I stop pressing, you know, the juice kind of absorbs back into it. So, you know, you have to figure out some way to keep the veggies submerged. You know, one improvisational method you can use is just to save an outer leaf of the cabbage that has like a hard spine like this. And then if you know, kind of fold it a little bit, and then what I try to do is get part of the spine trapped under one edge of it, and then fold it and press down so that the leaf of cabbage just kind of traps things under there. So that's one way to do it. But then, you know, every time you harvest the kraut, you have to sort of take that out and then get it reconfigured, and it doesn't stay quite as firm as it is. So, you know, there are other methods. The Masontops folks have come up with these clever Pickle Pebbles, and you just put this in, and then this functions as your weight bearing down. And then I'm actually going to pour a little bit of the juice out, because look, it's totally full to the top. If you pack it in totally full to the top, it just means you're going to get juice spilling out. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of it out. Great. So now we have the weight bearing down, keeping the vegetables submerged. I'm going to go ahead and use this little top and then put the lid on. What this top does is it allows the carbon dioxide that's being produced to release. If you don't have that, you know, it's still possible to do it. You know, you can just use the top like this. But if you use a top that doesn't have a way for the pressure to release on its own, then you just have to commit yourself to a daily loosening of the top. So, you know, rather than hiding this away somewhere, I like to leave this right on the kitchen counter where I can keep an eye on it. And then every morning when I'm sort of in the middle of my, you know, morning routine, I'll just go ahead and loosen it to release the pressure and then tighten it. But we're just gonna go ahead and use our handy Mason top there where the jar can off-gas itself.